Our library. It was Saturday morning. A group of children stood outside the library. They were waiting for the library to open. Max was staring at his watch. Eva was tapping her foot. The children couldn't wait to get inside. Children, library. Mrs. Davis was walking by. She stopped when she saw the children. "Why are you all waiting outside the library?" Mrs. Davis asked. Max said, "The library is opening a new children's room today." The label says library. Linda said, "We'd love to read. We want to check out the new books." Mrs. Davis chuckled. "I'm glad to see how many readers we have in town." She went on her way. Clock. At 10 o'clock, the library doors opened. The children rushed in. They went right to the children's room, but they were disappointed by what they saw. Only a few books sat on the shelves. Mr. Moore, the librarian, came in. He saw that the children were disappointed. The library budget is small. These were all the books we could buy this year. "You can take turns checking them out," said Mr. Moore. Books. Mr. Moore left the children's room. Linda said, "I have a big shelf full of books at home. I could bring them to the children's room. Then everyone would have a chance to read them." Eva said, "I could bring my books from home too. I have lots of books." Soon all the children were joining in the plan. They all liked to read. They all had many books. The children went home. They packed up their books in boxes and bags. That afternoon they went back to the library with their books. Mr. Moore looked surprised to see all the books. The children explained their plan. "What a great idea," Mr. Moore said. The label says desk. Mr. Moore and the children put the books on the library shelves. Before long, the children's room was full of books. "Thank you, children. I can see that you really love books," said Mr. Moore. "We love the library even more," said Max. So this week, while you're taking your notes or thinking about the story, I want you to pay attention to this back page because it can kind of help you gear towards what I maybe want your notes to be like. You don't have to do this map, but you can have a parent or a babysitter, grandparent, somebody at home read this part to you and talk about it with you. It says story structure, so we did that lesson 1. I want you to think about the characters in the story, the setting, some of the details like the plot. Something important that happened in the beginning, something important that happened in the middle, in the end. What was the conflict, the problem of the story, and also how was it solved?